Car buying, it's broken. People, product, process, it's all hot garbage. This is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in, back with another video a day till this channel hits 100K. Watch the video and I'll tell you guys what to look for, mainly when it comes to dealer add-ons, and it's worth knowing what to look out for. Synthetic zinc cross-linked copolymer treatment, long-lasting molecular bond.
Glass, steam, bear traps.
Now let's talk about people. As I was going around filming this video, I was really kind of focused on the dealer add-on stuff. And then I happened to see, when I was eating lunch on the road, a TikTok video.
She felt so hopeless because she was dealing with negative equity, but that's okay. There's a solution for that. It worked out really well to roll over that negative equity into a brand new lease. See, at the end of the 3-year lease, she's going to be totally free and clear, a fresh start, no more negative equity to hold her back. All that while getting a brand new car at a payment she can afford. It's Kevin going the extra mile for you and giving you another success story.
I commented on this guy's video saying there is very few, if not no, examples where rolling negative equity into a lease is actually good financial advice. Now that got that kid a commission check and closed a car deal, but you didn't magically make negative equity go away. It wasn't poof, be gone. It was simply roll it into paying 3 years on that negative equity into a lease. You now own nothing at the end. Now that person, had they just paid off that vehicle over that course of the same period of time, would actually have an asset. And salespeople love to tell you how it's a depreciating asset. Get it into a lease and you get rid of that depreciating asset. Yes, by replacing it with something that you have zero ownership in whatsoever, you're now a renter. You're renting a vehicle that you will have nothing at the end of it, and you're still paying that negative equity on that loan. One of my most favorite pieces of content in this salesman influencer world is when they put out videos mocking customers who come in and overinflate what they think their credit score is, and they laugh at them as if like they're the only ones lying in that transaction. If anything, that is the least of lying going on in that entire equation, because the salespeople will play this game back and forth, where they run back and forth to their sales manager and just play these like ridiculous mind games.
Why car sales is still the last purchase you can make where it's just mayhem, where it's just lying. They wake up, they're like, oh man, work sucks, I gotta wake up early, and then just go lie to a family about a van.
We've talked about the people, now let's talk about the product. Recently I did a video talking about these plastic control arms that Ram is putting on their trucks, how the perception is the reality when it comes to product quality. Ford just hit a record that really no manufacturer should be proud of, which is 90 recalls in 1 year. Ford is not alone. Chevy has had a ton of recalls this year as well, and it just seems like every brand has worse and worse quality. So when you're getting hit with dealer add-ons on top of a product that a lot of people don't feel is worthy of the price that they're charging for it today, you have to look at the entire system and go, what is going on? Now you're gonna see comments down below from people who say, just don't buy a new car. And that's not really super realistic. We all either want or need, and that's okay. But controlling the process is by far the one thing you can do. Pre-sale, post-sale, all of the above, because I spent days going around dealerships. I looked at hundreds of cars across dozens of dealerships, and one thing remained consistent. They are all doing ridiculous dealer add-ons. BT Series Auto Security, $700 they want for the Icon. This one has OnStar. Pull the plug out, it has an Icon device. Why do they want $700 for the same device on a new vehicle and only $295 on a used vehicle? You got window tint, frame undercoating, which these already have wax on them, paint protection, interior protection, door cups and edge guards, and Flag Chevy Connect. That Flag Chevy Connect, that'll be that stupid GPS tracker. Door edge guards, maintenance for life. Tough coat warranty, oil change, door cup guard. No GPS tracker here. What do they have on their dealer addendums? Key fetch, $495, Polypro. Car RX GPS app, here we go. Let's pull on the OBD2 ports. Oh, no there's not. Zac Tech. What the hell's Zac Tech? Lifetime tints. Desert protection package, $1,600. Low jack GPS, $1,000. $995.
I'll have to see if I can help you with anything.
No, I'm a local YouTuber. I'm actually going around town doing a video on dealership bullshit add-ons and just taking videos and pictures and stuff. And
I appreciate the honesty.
yeah, no, I got nothing to hide. Still getting market adjustments on Raptors, they think, huh? Theft protection, 3 years. I bet you Auto Nation's got something like this too. No, nothing on that OBD2 port, so might be on the battery. You need to look at the deal and be able to look at all these numbers and decide, is it right for you? Now, there is a hack that you can do to avoid all of this. Dealers hate it, which is ordering directly from the factory. And if you get that vehicle and you don't ask for any of that other stuff, your transaction is taking place at the time that you're ordering that vehicle. And if you didn't ask for it and they put it on there, that's their fault. Now, the issue with vehicles that are on the lot, the dealership technically picks those up from the manufacturer and they put all the stuff on there because it's theirs before it's yours. That's not the case if you order direct from the factory through the dealer. So if you can wait, you're always better off to do that option, and they will do everything in their power to try to talk you out of it. If you can wait, wait. But if you're gonna buy off the lot, then I think at that point you need to start looking at these dealer add-ons, and I highly, highly suggest if you see anything that says security, GPS, monitoring, any of that stuff, tell them you do not only do you not want it, you demand that they remove any GPS trackers off of that vehicle. If you see anything other than tint, bed liner, door protection, paint protection, all of the ridiculous nonsense that we as consumers have kind of accepted as like, okay, basically what we're doing is saying, I'm gonna sell it to you with a little extra markup. They are their own businesses. They have a right to make money. But what I am making all of these videos for is mainly because these GPS tracking devices are turning car buying experiences into you becoming the product and paying for it. If you are going to allow yourself to be tracked so the dealership can turn around and sell you product later when your OEM vehicle already has all of those solutions baked into their OEM software, that is a terrible deal for you. And I think that dealerships who have any of these GPS devices on their vehicles, that you should look at that window sticker and say, I'm out of here. One thing I'll leave you with is that as we're watching these dealership salespeople pretend like they're influencers with our best interest in mind, if you live in a state like Arizona or a couple other states, and I'm not giving you legal advice, check your local laws, there are very much one-party consent states where you can record conversations. And if you are going into a finance office and you're able to do that, where you can record these conversations, do it. Because as these dealerships go through the very high pressure tactic of in the finance office trying to not only sell you gap insurance, they're gonna gaslight you into saying they can't remove that security system because it was already installed, which is all bullshit. As you're going through that process, if you can record it, make your own little TikTok, because all these dealerships and all this nonsense that they're doing will be undone when it starts becoming viral with these dealerships doing this ridiculous bullshit. And that's something that I think we, the consumers, should be doing as a service to each other. Also, make sure you're leaving reviews on their Google pages, Yelp pages. If they're doing this kind of nonsense, make sure that you're educating other people who are going to walk in the dealership behind you and deal with the same nonsense that you dealt with, because the only way to change bad behavior is to expose the bad behavior. And that is what this whole series has been about for me, is making sure that we, the consumers, are not only educated, but also protecting one another from what I consider to be relatively pretty significant deceptive practices across the entire industry. So with that said, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I appreciate all the support through this video a day to 100K push. And I also want to thank all of the traffic driving by, because I've been filming all of these videos from the public sidewalk so I don't get trespassed from any of these dealerships. And I suspected way worse behavior from passing traffic, beeping horns at random guy with camera. Well done, society. I really appreciate it. So again, with that said, thank you guys very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I will see you guys next time. No horn honks, really?